Eddie's a teddy bear.
Eddie is so super sensitive. He cries.
Gina's one cold fish.
I'm cold.
She's like a brick wall.
Please.
But she had a blind date.
She was a little cold. I offered her my jacket.
Yeah, made me feel comfortable.
And he gave off plenty of heat.
We talked all night.
What were y'all talking about?
Not you.
Now that love has bloomed for Eddie, too,
I haven't had flowers in months.
Maybe you don't deserve flowers.
will Gina defrost
Please.
or have a change of heart?
Today on Change of Heart, we have a couple who will decide if they want to stay with their mate or move on with a new date. Now, these guys were friends for about 2 years, but she thought he was too young. See, she's 23 and he's only 20. That was until he convinced her that he was the Lord of lovemaking. Then, suddenly age was no issue. Now, that was about 4 months ago. Please welcome Gina Leverett and Eddie Blackman. Now, you guys are here because mashing is steamy, but the relationship, though, man, has just lost its oomph or something. Eddie, let's go back to the beginning and what first attracted you to this slightly older woman that you're with?
Well, Gina's really got everything together. She knows what she wants to do. She's a biology major. She knows what she wants to do in life.
So you like that about it?
Yeah,
that was attractive. Okay. Now, Gina, you've had some past relationships. What makes Eddie stick out from those?
Eddie is so super sensitive. He tells me how he feels all the time. And he cries, Chris. He cries. I mean, you know,
that's a good thing?
Tears, and I think it's so cute. It's really sweet.
Thanks, man.
See that?
Wow.
Now, Eddie, you're all sensitive, at least according to Gina. Does she also share her feelings and stuff?
Not at all. I'm like a real sensitive guy. Hold on. I'm a real sensitive guy, like she said. But she's like a brick wall. She never ever shares.
She's all cold.
Always.
I'm cold?
Yeah. I always ask you what you're thinking. What are you thinking? Oh, nothing. I'm not thinking about anything. I always ask you how
because you'll
something.
take it for granted. If I tell him how I feel every day, he'll start to take it for granted.
But you got to open up a little bit, though. Share. Now, Gina, Eddie says he's totally open. I mean, do you agree with that, or is he, laying it on a little bit?
Please, he is a compulsive liar.
Hold on. Calm that down to taste.
No, let me tell you what happened. One night he decided to go out to the club, so I started parking lot pimping, and
No, more like spying. It was spying. She was trying to check out what
that's
I
what
was
she
doing.
meant.
Yeah.
And so after the club was over, I had a girlfriend in the car with me, and she said, "Hey, there's Eddie right there." So I look, and it's not just him. He's walking with some chick to his car.
Eddie, you were so busted.
To his car. You were busted because I pull up next to them. This girl's sitting in his lap.
Yeah, you were busted. All right, now, Eddie, does Gina act like she's always right all the time?
No, she's a spoiled little brat. She thinks she can always get her way.
I am not spoiled.
You're not spoiled?
I'm not spoiled. My daddy just takes
her
care
daddy
of me.
spoils her.
I'm just well taken care of. No,
Your dad doesn't always give you money?
If I
Yesterday
need
she
it.
got paid $300, right? Went to the mall, 2 hours, spent $220 on clothes.
There you go.
I spent $225 in 2 hours.
Because I can.
You like to shop, nothing wrong with
love
that.
to shop.
Now, Gina, what about Eddie's friends? You guys get along, or is that a problem?
Okay, we get along, but they're always messing in my relationship. His punk friends, okay?
Hold on. Don't talk about the clique. Don't talk about be cool. Hold
Punk
on.
friends, they call me on the phone. What's going on with you and Eddie? How come you made Eddie upset? What's the deal?
They're just looking out for me. They're just looking out. They're just looking out
Yeah,
for
but
me.
I understand they have your back, but what are you doing? You gossiping behind her back?
No, I'm just saying, they're like, what's up with the relationship? I'm like, it's cool, whatever, but...
They're on a need-to-know basis, and they don't need to know.
And you don't always ask them? Hold on. She always asks them.
All right, Gina, we heard some of the serious stuff. What about some little things that drive people crazy? What's Eddie do to make you nuts?
Okay, Eddie likes to dance around the house naked.
Why is that a problem?
I mean, because he gets out the shower, he dances in the mirror, and he wants to be a stripper. I think he put on about 20 pounds, lift a little weights. He might make a good one.
No.
Equal time, what really bugs you about Gina?
Her toes. Her toes look like fingers. Can we get a shot of this, please?
What's the matter with her toes?
They look like fingers. It looks like she got 20 fingers.
All right. Gina, what was the final straw that made you decide that you needed to come on this show?
Okay, the straw that broke the camel's back has to be the girl in the car because, I can't trust him. Just because of that, I don't trust him. And I don't think he's mature enough to handle. I need to know if he's mature enough or he's
Hold on,
old
it's
enough
like
to
that?
handle a relationship.
Okay.
You know, or if I need to move on.
Right.
So.
Well, putting them to the test then. Okay. Will Eddie and Gina's relationship mature, or will another woman, or maybe even another man come between them? We're going to find out when we meet Gina's date next, so stay here. Gina. Now, Gina says Eddie is not always truthful, that his friends kind of screw up their relationship, and he needs to add some muscle to that scrawny frame of his. So we matched her up with an honest man whose name means handsome in Swahili. Please welcome Kheeli Watson. Hi, Kheeli. We heard what his name means, but what do you think his name should mean?
Well, you said Kheeli for Swahili and handsome. It's just American. All the girls I know named Kheeli are all pretty girls.
Oh! So you don't think it works for him then?
We got Spaghetti Eddie over here trying.
All right, Gina, what about before you went on your date with Kheeli? Any problems with Eddie before things even took off?
Eddie was such a jerk. He would not let me get my nails done. I wanted to get my nails done.
Hold on, you don't ever I've known her for 2 years. She has never, ever had her nails done. Never had
Well, they
her
look
nails
nicely
done.
manicured
They look
here.
nice, no, but she never gets her nails done.
Yes,
Kheeli, did you notice that her nails weren't done when you hooked up?
Well, not at first because I was too busy checking out that double slit. You know, she had
Something that she always wears.
that
Always
double
wears the
slit.
slit.
You know, she looked good.
All right, so you weren't worried about the fingers at that
Not at
point.
all.
Gina,
No.
first thing that stood out about Kheeli when you met?
He just looked fine. He looked so fine. His clothes were just nice. He was dressed really nice, comfortable, laid back. Eddie, on the other hand...
I always dress nice, and I'm always laid back. Be cool.
He's such a pretty boy. You know, he's like, baby, will you pick the lint off my sweater, please? You know?
Now, Kheeli, when you finally met Gina, did she give you some, quick compliments about how you looked and stuff?
Actually, she did. On top of, I could kind of see it in her eyes.
Wait, hold on. You told me that you look good. You don't ever say, oh, you look nice in
I
that.
tell you
When
look
do you
nice.
say that?
I do
You told me
tell
that
you
probably
look
about
nice.
once. That's cool, though. That's cool.
Well, maybe you're not looking as good as you need to. I don't know. What's going on there?
No, she just, what she said I was very mature. She said I seemed very mature and that
Now,
her
but
boyfriend was younger.
Kheeli, what about the uneasiness? Was there anything that you felt awkward about?
Not at all, not at all. In the car on the way to the restaurant, we were vibing very well, She wanted to open a club.
Y'all were vibing?
Everything else. We were
Like
talking.
that?
We were talking. Talking.
What were y'all talking about?
Not you.
Yeah, you didn't even come up.
Gina, was there one thing, though, that maybe made you feel more relaxed, like you finally broke through the ice?
Yes, if you haven't noticed, Kheeli has a beautiful smile. I mean, so,
See, you tell me the same. You just told me the same thing the other day.
Hold on, you have a pretty smile, too. But let me talk about him.
More than one smile.
And it was just, glowing across the table. So it was really nice looking at him. It made me feel comfortable.
Now, what about the physique factor? Let's compare Kheeli to Eddie, body-wise.
Okay, I mean,
That's okay. That's okay.
they're a little bit,
That's okay.
it's a little bit different. Like if Eddie
On the Lord of Love making.
There you go.
if Eddie had his body, I wouldn't mind him stripping for me.
Kheeli, tell us about after dinner. Where you headed?
After dinner, we went out to all these shops and everything, and then we came up on a ring shop because we both like silver.
Rings.
And here we go. We
I
got
like
us some
silver
rings.
too.
We got us some rings.
You don't take me to a silver shop.
Now, Gina, so this is kind of a magical moment here. You guys are getting rings together. Anything else after that?
Yeah. After that, we got a little, cozy in the movies, and I kind of snipped all over his neck.
Okay.
That's because he said that I smell really nice, and he asked
She
me.
did.
And he asked me if I knew what kind of cologne he was wearing, so I kind of jumped in his lap and I'm sitting
Try to identify it. Now, Kheeli, so I'm thinking dinner, shopping, movie, rings. Sound like a whole night, full night?
Oh, it wasn't over though.
Oh, still
It
more.
wasn't over.
It went on.
Afterwards,
Okay.
it still wasn't over. Afterwards, we went to a jazz club. It was BB King's Jazz Club. Got the last couple dances in, and then from there, we went to the beach.
And Gina, if the jazz club for a minute, how was the dance?
It was nice, but Kheeli's a little more conservative than what I'm used to as far as dancing. Eddie over here is like a showstopper, okay?
Get loose.
Right.
Showstopper. He likes to get busy, does the Michael Jackson thing on the floor.
And everything else. And everything
Now,
else.
Kheeli, I
So we got
understand.
a sensitive dancer.
Well, that's, you got one flaw, okay, at this point. I understand that you guys went to the beach, too, though?
You know, it was real nice. We walked down along the pier, and that's when we actually
Beautiful.
rarely got a chance to talk. And, that's when, Spaghetti Eddie over here came up in the conversation.
Right.
I wanted to get, like, a gist of things, and so, she was a little cold. I offered her my jacket.
Yeah, it was so
And we were
sweet.
just sitting there
Something
talking.
that I would
We were
always
just
do,
sitting
because I'm
there
a gentleman.
talking. We were just sitting there talking, and, I just felt it was appropriate. It was, the moon was right, the stars were bright.
So what was appropriate?
And gave her a sweet kiss on
Whoa,
the neck.
yeah, what was
Sweet kiss on the neck.
And Gina, were you comfortable with him, kissing you at that point?
Yeah, I was pretty comfortable with Kheeli by then because we talked all night. We had so much in common, goals. We both want 4 kids.
And, all right, Gina, what about anything at the beach that made you uncomfortable, though?
And a part of the conversation, I kind of got a sense that he was a player or...
Well, that's only because, coming from a relationship and jumping back into one, I never like to force anyone to like a corner, so I didn't want to feel like I was forcing her into a corner. I just told her, we could be good friends.
I understand.
Gotcha. Now, this has been going on hours and hours and hours. You finally take her home?
Didn't want to, but the night had to end at some point. And so finally, we're on our way home and we're still talking and, just listening to slow music.
Yeah, just...
Get into the car.
That's
go
player
home.
stuff. That's player stuff.
And afterwards,
Definitely. That's player stuff. I'm gonna keep
But
that.
look, though, you're young and you learn all these things,
Yeah, he's taking notes. All right, so Kheeli,
As you get older, you'll start to
You
know
a
these
young one?
things.
You a young one?
how about Kheeli? You get back to the apartment, then what?
Get back to the apartment, and we talked, and I was trying to be respectful of the relationship. And so, I said, all I'll take is a big hug and a small peck. And, I got actually quite a few pecks,
And what, wait,
Yeah,
you were willing to
got quite a
give?
few pecks,
So then it kind of nice to that. Well, things were good there. All right. Are Gina and Kheeli meant to be together? We're going to find that out later. Next, though, it's Eddie's turn to show off his date, so stay here. Scoop on Gina's date, and now it's Eddie's turn. Now, Eddie said he wanted a woman who wasn't spoiled and was more sensitive than Gina. So he set him up with a caring young woman who says that she works for what she gets. Please welcome Lynese Adams. Hi, Lynese. How you doing? Good to see you. Gina, what do you think? Do you think Eddie will be more at ease with Lynese?
Probably. I mean, she's a little younger and more naive. She'll probably put up with his crap.
Hold up. She looks good in her pedal pushers. She looks good in
And I
these.
don't look good in my pedal pushers.
All right, Lynese, let's start with you and find out about the date. Did things start out without a hitch?
Actually, they didn't. Eddie did show up 3 hours late.
Eddie, come on.
Yeah.
I think that might set a record here. 3 hours late for the date. What were you doing?
It wasn't my fault. Gina right here.
Yes.
Oh, at the last minute, she needed to be dropped off. She needed
And
to go
I
to
did
the
it on
bank.
purpose.
Sabotage? What are you trying to sabotage his date?
So I was mad at Gina before the date even started because she held up Eddie.
So, Eddie, you start out in the doghouse right away, 3 hours late. What'd you do to make it up?
Well, first of all, I wasn't 3 hours late, but I was on the way to her house, and I actually stopped at a little flower shop on the corner. I got her some flowers.
And Lynese,
got
did
us
the
some- wait, you
flowers?
got us some
Did the flowers
flowers.
help?
Yeah, they did. They were so pretty. And then
Okay.
he was cute too. So I was just like, all
Okay.
right, it's cool.
So it was a good
It's cool.
combination
I
for
haven't
you.
had flowers
Exactly.
in months.
Now,
Maybe you don't deserve flowers.
She's very deserving of flowers.
Lynese, I understand that Eddie met the folks, met your folks, and
Yeah,
what'd
he
they
did.
think?
They loved him. My mom thought he was cute, and he opened the door for me when we were leaving. He was such a gentleman, so they were
Gentleman
just like,
type
"Oh
things.
yes." My last
That's a
boyfriend
good
never
thing,
did
man. You're
that.
supposed to.
Now, Eddie, obviously,
all the time.
Eddie, from that we understand Lynese lives at home then. Does she seem as spoiled as Gina?
Not at all. Actually, we were on the way to the to dinner, and she was telling me about how she puts herself through school and how she just takes care of her own business, unlike some other people.
Whatever,
different
I take
situation.
care of my business.
All right, Eddie, anything about Lynese at that point that you didn't like?
Actually, yeah, she was really indecisive. Well, she told me she was indecisive. but it just drove me crazy all night. We got to
Because
the
you're indecisive too, so you guys
Yeah,
never
we
get
were both.
anywhere.
We were
Yeah.
both
That's when
going
a
back
man
and
has to
forth.
step in.
Eddie, I hope Lynese didn't continue to drive you nuts, or the date would have been a mess.
Actually, she did, but it was actually in a good way. We were sitting down talking about my tongue piercing, how long I had it, and I asked her if she had one. She said, yeah, and then she said she had some other things pierced.
Like
So,
what? Like what?
She was telling me how she had her nipple pierced.
Whoa.
And, you know, we were sitting outside, and it was kind of cold, obviously, so...
You didn't see it, did you?
No, I'm a perfect gentleman. I didn't ask her to see it, but it was...
You just knew where
I
it was.
wasn't gonna
Yeah.
show
You
him
can
on the
imagine.
first date. Anyway.
Eddie, you said
Second
that.
date. Okay.
Eddie, you said. Eddie, you and Gina have a problem with the way each other dress. What about Lynese, the way she was dressed?
When I went to pick her up, she looked great. She had some white pants on, but after the date, we were sitting outside and she got kind of dirty, so she asked me if we can go home and change. I said, yeah, that's cool. So,
And how'd she look after she changed?
woo, she came out about 20 minutes later. She had this black, like, kind of like this on. All I can say is D for
Okay,
damn
but
and
you
B
said,
for boo.
Lynese, what about when he changed? How'd he look?
Well, I think he looked better in his first outfit. He did look good in his second, but his pants were a little tight. But
He had on the stranglers.
but he smelled really good. He smelled really good, so that helped.
That's a good thing. So you guys are all changed now. And then where did you go, Eddie?
Actually, we headed up to Sunset. We were going to this little comedy store that her friend told her about. He said to sneak in the back, but that didn't work.
And why you had to sneak into
right
a
there.
place? Did you
Yeah,
get caught?
right there.
No, well, what happened
Just to be
was
a little dangerous.
you know, live on the edge. She told me she likes to live on the edge.
Exactly.
Gina,
So
something Gina
sneaking
doesn't do.
clubs, living on the
She's all for the 90s.
No,
She likes
I
to live
don't
on the
break the
edge.
law, okay?
Sneaking into a place is not breaking the law.
Sneaking into a place isn't breaking the law?
No.
So Lynese, what did you end up having to do? Finally pay to get in?
Oh no, we didn't go. Actually, we went to a club down the street from the comedy store, and we hung out there. We talked. Unlike you guys, we actually talked the whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah. We didn't have to go from place to place to place to place. We just
No cuddling, no
We went from
sniff
place
on
to
the
place to
neck.
place to place talking.
Right.
The whole time.
The whole
Yeah.
time. The whole
Whole
time.
time.
Gina, did you find anything from Eddie and Lynese's date that struck you funny?
Yeah, like I found some cigarettes in the car.
see
When
what-
were
see
you
what
smoking
happened
the
was-
cigarettes?
Well, you're not a smoker?
No, I'm not a smoker. She said she occasionally does, and we were at the little place, and she was smoking a
cancer
cigarette,
strips.
doing this little French inhale thing. I thought it was kind of sexy, so I'm like, teach me that. It was a free pack.
All right, well, Gina found cigarettes.
Yeah. So you're a smoker now.
I'm not a smoker.
Eddie, Gina found cigarettes from your date. Did you find anything from her date?
Email addresses. I mean, my cigarettes were out in the open. What's up with the little
Which
email?
I want back because he stole out of my purse.
What, the email address?
Yes. The next
stole
day.
it? Hold
yes,
on.
you did. The next day I couldn't find it.
No, I don't have.
Now,
it.
what are you
heard you
taking
had a
Keely's
page or
email
two.
address for? You didn't want her to email him?
She can do whatever she wants. She's a grown
Yeah, but
lady.
you stole that.
I'll give you
No,
my
I-
email address,
thank
Eddie.
you.
You can email me.
Lynese, sum up the date overall and tell us how it ended.
He took me home. I got a really big hug. I didn't want to impose on her at any rate, so I just
Even though
got
you
a
did make
hug.
me late and disrespect her.
But
That's cool, though.
she should really like watch out though, because Eddie is like a really good catch, and if he's available,
I don't think I have anything to worry about.
All right, well, you know,
Don't trip.
we got the final buzzer that's about to sound, and when we come back, we're going to find out if Eddie and Gina will stay or if they'll go with their dates, so stay with us. All right, welcome back. Eddie and Gina have contemplated their relationship and made their final decisions. Now, Eddie and Gina have known each other for about 2 years, and age has always caused a major problem with their relationship. But the last straw was when another woman came into the picture. Now, Eddie, we're going to get your decision first. You obviously really care for Gina. There, you found a lot to like in Lynese when you guys were hanging out together. Your decision, what do you say?
Well, first of all, Gina really disrespected me by kissing. I mean, after we had talked about that, you know, that made me upset. Lynese, we had a great time. You know, she would be a cool girlfriend. But Gina did give me a second chance from the whole club thing, so I think I'm gonna have to stay together.
Stay together? All right. Giving Gina a second chance, I guess. Lynese, sorry things didn't work out for you. Now, Gina, let's get your decision. Eddie says he wants to stay together. You said the fact that he's very open and emotional about his feelings. That's a good thing. But you're a little worried about his maturity level. You had a great date with Kheeli. There was some kissing at the end of the date. You had some romance going. What do you say?
Kheeli's a great guy. He reminds me of my past boyfriends. And me and Eddie, we've been friends for a long time, and I hope we can stay friends. Because friends make the best lovers, and I'm gonna
Stay together. All right, Kheeli, sorry things didn't work out for you. Way to go. Now, hopefully, because the two of you came on the show and you figured out some differences in the age won't be a problem now. You can get past all that. All right, that is our show for today. Thanks to Kheeli and Lynese, and good luck to Eddie and Gina. We'll see you on the next Change of Heart.